Real. Y'all know what time it is. I'm finna keep it real. This that YouTube channel, some folks can't really handle. They say I'm arrogant, so please don't watch me then. I'm for them real fans that understand me, man. My fans for realness. I ain't gotta be a big platform. They love the way I rock for them, cause I'm the millionaire. They love the millionaire, 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 cause I'm the millionaire. They love the millionaire. Hey, it's your boy J. Michael with another video. We finna dive straight into it. Hit that subscribe button, that like button, the dislike button, however you feel, just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? But, first off, we finna hit a couple topics. I know y'all seen the Oscars with Will Smith and Chris Rock. Will Smith, Rock, slap. Let's get on that. We all know Chris Rock is a comedian. He say and Joan on whoever. Right. Right or wrong? Yes. Okay. Will Smith is like a top, one of the top actors in the game. Kids, women, even men look up to this man. And for you to get on national TV and disrespect the Oscars, what that say about you? Huh? We gonna get on this. Now, I know y'all that seen Will Smith do a lot of emotional interviews lately. Talking about his father, his mother, his wife, you know, talking about him, telling people how he feel. First off, we gonna say Will Smith got a lot of anger, malice, bitterness built up. Even though you an actor and you rich, you still a human being. So, y'all know the game. When y'all sit in the front row, y'all sit in the front row in front of a comedian, what they gonna do? They gon' crack on you. They gon' roast you. They gon' Jones you. That's what they gonna do. All these people then cracked on Will, then cracked on Jada, roast Jada, Jones Jada. You didn't slap them. Come on now, Will. We all sympathize with the emotions and the stuff you got going on. But your wife is famous. You are famous. Chris Rock is famous. I like Chris Rock. I like you. He one of my favorite comedians. You one of my favorite actors. I was tripping. I was like, how he gonna pull King Richard off? But you did it. I'm not saying you a role model because I don't like the word role model, because we all are human beings. And when they put the role model thing on you, they expect certain things out of you when you a role model, when you claim to be a role model. You a human being that got emotion and feelings just like everybody else. So for you to snap on live TV, it's something going on, my brother. You need to reevaluate yourself. Yes, I understand you apologize. And you apologize to the Oscar, you apologize to Chris Rock, but you didn't apologize to Chris Rock on national TV when it happened. You apologized to the Oscars because you know you don't want to get kicked out. The Oscars not invited no more. So you made sure you apologized to the fans and the Oscars. But you should have been apologizing to that man on national TV just like you did the Oscars. You should have been apologizing to Chris Rock. That's what you should have been doing. And that's real, player. I'm the millionaire. You get what I'm saying? Y'all are in the spotlight. People gonna talk about y'all if it's good or if it's bad. People gonna talk about y'all. People gonna make fun of y'all. That's life, man. You should know that better than anybody, long as you've been in the game. You should know that better than anybody, player. And for you to get out your seat, walk up there and slap that man in front of everybody, in front of his peers, and then start cussing at him, keep my wife effing name out of your mouth? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all have enough pressure on y'all as it is being a celebrity and then trying to be a husband and trying to be a father and trying to be a mentor, an actor. You write music, you do music. That's a lot of pressure. Y'all try to balance all that out, and it don't work sometimes. You see what I'm saying? You are a good actor. You are a good rapper. You good, man. You need to take a break from rapping. You need to take a break from acting. And just go take time out for Will Smith. Go take a 3-month or a 6-month vacation to where no paparazzi's around. Ain't nobody around to where they can see Will Smith. But we know that's impossible. But go take time out for yourself. If you have to take your wife and your children, go take time out for Will Smith. That's what Will Smith need to do, is go learn Will Smith. Understand Will Smith. Stop trying to prove everything to everybody. Stop trying to be this big platform man for everybody. Stop trying to be this savior for everybody. Learn who Will Smith is. Because one thing, can't nobody walk in Will Smith's shoes. So can't nobody say what Will Smith is going through. Can't nobody say how Will Smith was feeling when he was walking up to that man and what was going through Will Smith's mind when he was walking up that man and then slapped that man. Don't nobody know what was going through Will Smith's head. All we can say is, oh, he got mad because he cracked on Jada. And then he said woo, 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 and he slapped him. It's not that. People have talked about Jada 1,000,001 times. So why would you go up there and slap that man? It's something deep that's going on with you, my man. Understand that, Will. You gotta understand who you is. Like I tell all my fans, you gotta wake up and look in that mirror. When you look in that mirror and you don't recognize that person in that mirror, how you gonna recognize anybody around you? If you can't be real with that man in the mirror, how you gonna be real with yourself? Or anybody around you, because you can't be real with your own person. You gotta be real with who you are, Will. You know right now, people finna make fun of it. You know other comedians finna crack on it. They finna make jokes about it. You already know what they gonna say. Oh man, I hope Will Smith ain't at my show. I better put a football helmet on. I better have some bodyguards around. Shoot, Will, he'll slap you on national TV and don't give a care. You know they finna kill you on that. They finna roast the hell out of you on that. Because you couldn't keep your cool. You could have waited till after the Oscars. Or you could have did it while the Oscars was going on. And got out your seat politely when Chris Rock went behind stage, and you could have addressed that. Or I know you got Chris Rock number, you could have addressed that. That was embarrassing for that man to be on live TV and get slapped like a bee. That's the worst thing you can do to a man is slap him. I bet you Chris Rock would have rather for you to punch him than slap him. That's humiliating for a man to get slapped by another man and don't do nothing. Chris Rock would have stood there and took that punch any day before a slap. And you can ask any man out there. They'd rather for a man to punch him than slap him. Come on. And Chris Rock know. They finna Jones him. They finna roast him. What you gotta say now, Chris? Huh? Oh, you're side of your jaw talking? Huh? Yeah, you know they finna get him. That wasn't cool, player. And I really hope that you get some help and understand who you are. Because we know your emotions is everywhere right now. With your wife, with your kids, with your career, with your mom, with your dad. You everywhere. And it's eating you alive. That's why you giving all these interviews to these people, because it's tearing you up inside. That's why you need to go take a break for yourself. If it's 3 months, if it's 6 months, if it's a year, you need to take that break, Will Smith. And that's real, player. And you know what? I'm not just speaking. I might not be famous like you. I might not have the money like you. I might not have the attention like you. But I feel your pain. I understand your emotions. I understand it. When you try to be somebody. When you try to be this person for everybody, when you in the spot that the public eye, and you gotta walk on eggshells because you don't want people to paparazzi or make bad interviews about you or put something in the paper. I understand it, player. Come on. I had a rough life. I had a rough life, Will. My mother, my father was on drugs. I was on my own since I was 13. Got shot when I was 14. Went to prison 3 times. Got shot again 3 years ago. Then did things to people. What was in the drug game. Had a $2.5 million contract with A&M Records, but I blew it because I was arrogant. I was conceited. So I had all yes men around me. So I blew that contract because I didn't want to stop selling dope. My family turned their back on me. My mama's side, my daddy's side. You're not the only one that got a horrible walk past, my brother. But the difference between me and you, I'm not in the public eye. You are. That right there can hurt your career, even though you already got money, so you wouldn't really matter to you because you got money. But that's going to make people scared to hire you or want to do business with you. Because they feel if they say the wrong thing, they going to get slapped or they going to get punched. They don't know what Will Smith going to show up. Come on, man. You are a good dude. You came a long way. You are a good dude. You came a long way. I followed you from day one. When you first came out back in the 80s, I was following you. Parents just don't understand. You know, summer, you know. You have to reevaluate you, man. Go get spiritual counseling. Because your spirit is unbalanced. Your spirit is in turmoil. You wanted to prove something to your wife or yourself on the macho man. We don't know. But they didn't show it, so I don't know if Jada got up. But if Jada let you get up and seen you was walking up there, she should have stopped you. Even though Chris Rock probably would have said something silly, she should have still got up and stopped you. Study making you get up there and humiliate yourself and humiliate Chris Rock. Your wife should have got up. And again, I don't know what she did because they didn't show her. But we all can guess, because when you sat back down and you were saying, keep my effing wife's name out of your mouth, she didn't stop you. She should have been like, Will, no. Come on. She could have stopped you then. And not only that, you are a funny man. You do comedy in your movies. Why you didn't say something back funny? People would have laughed because you are Will Smith. So they would have laughed back. You see what I'm saying? You could have cracked on him. Chris Rock, all your jokes, all it be is about is putting down the black folks, saying something about the black folks, saying this about the black folks. Why the black folks gotta do this? I'm scared to go over there with the black folks. That's what Chris Rock comedy consists of. So you should have said something. You could have said something like, what, Chris? I ain't white enough for you? I ain't Uncle Tom enough for you? Something. Then get up there and slap that man. You could have did anything but humiliate yourself on national TV in front of millions and millions of people. Because people gonna be talking about this for a long time. This finna go down in history as Will Smith get up at the Oscars and slap Chris Rock in the face. This finna go down in history. 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now, people gonna talk about this. And every time they get ready to promote the Oscars, they gonna bring it up and make jokes about it. Oh man, I hope Will Smith ain't here. Oh, Will Smith here. Everybody watch their face. Everybody, don't say nothing to Will Smith. You know this. You've been in the game. You know how the game is played. So why you break? Huh? Why you break? I know you human. I know pressure busts a pipe. But that ain't the only time the pressure busts a pipe and you handle that situation. Like I said, it's something else going on with you, Will. Something else going on. Come on, man. And see, this is how I know actors and rappers really don't pay attention to people. I know, because y'all see millions of people every day. I had opened up for you, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, years ago in Detroit. I was a little fella, but I opened up for you. You spoke to me. You said, good job. Continue to do what you do. You gonna make it. That gave me confidence. But where my confidence went wrong at, I didn't have a supporting cast. So I chose the street instead of following my dream. But I still remember those words you told me like it was yesterday. But I didn't have the right people around me, man. I didn't have the right people that loved me and supported me, man. You see, you took the initiative and didn't break. broke because I was in Detroit and I was 13. I couldn't handle the pressure because I wanted love. I wanted the family. I wanted to prove stuff to everybody. If I meet you, I had to prove something to you so you would be my friend. I didn't care what it was. If it was to go take somebody's life, if it was to go sell some drugs, if it was to make myself look like a dummy or a fool, I just wanted you to be my friend. That's what I did because I wanted people to love me, to be my friend. And I felt if I didn't act this certain way or do certain things, they wouldn't be my friend. But I learned they wasn't laughing with me. They was laughing at me. And then as I got stronger in the hood, my name started ringing in the hood. Then they started fearing me. And that's sad, that we try to prove stuff to people. And I don't care what you do or what you say, it's gonna never be enough for individuals out there. Never. You on a major platform and you broke. You felt weak to the devil's manipulation. You feel weak, man. I'm still your fan. I ain't gonna stop being your fan. My wife, she love you. Will Smith, and she sent me a text this morning and she said, I'm mad at Will Smith. What he did was tasteless. Now I look at Will Smith different now. And I had the utmost respect for Will Smith. My wife. You was one of her, what you call it? Celebrity husbands. Paul Walker first. I don't know why, but Paul Walker first. Then you, then Roman Reigns. Y'all are her favorite. Your name can be in it. When she see your name in it, she's watching it. She's not missing nothing with Will Smith in it. Nothing. And I was like, text her back. I said, baby, come on now. Everybody, is entitled to mistakes. And she was like, not Will. Will got more class about himself. Will got more respect about himself. And for him to do that on TV, what that say about Will? And you have to agree with her, man. What that say about her, about you? You gotta take a break. Chris Rock, he's a comedian. They gonna do whatever it take to make the people laugh. And that joke he said, it wasn't even funny. I'm waiting for G.I. Jane 2. You should have brushed that off your shoulder. That wasn't even nothing to laugh about at all. He cracked on a lot of people. He roasted a lot of people. But you broke. You broke. You broke mentally, and you broke physically and emotionally. Will Smith, I'm one of your biggest fans, one of your biggest supporters. I don't look down on you about what you did. I'm not upset about what you did. Because I know something is going on with you, my brother. I know you hurting inside and you don't know how to handle it. So the littlest thing bust that pipe and you took it out on Chris Rock. Because you know, like I know, and everybody that was watching and everybody that was in the audience, that what he said was nothing compared to what other people said about your wife, what other people said about you and your kids. It was nothing. But that little thing and all that pressure, all them emotions, all that malice, all that bitterness was built up in that little thing that Chris Rock said made that pipe explode. Because after you looked and you rewatched it, and thought about it, you said to yourself, that wasn't even worth it. What did he really say? I'm just waiting on G.I. Jane too? Was that really my endorsements? Was that worth my endorsements? Was that worth people wanting to work with me? Was that worth it? You know, I used to get mad at other actors. And I'd be like, oh, shoot, forget them. When they be like, I don't like working with Will. It's hard working with Will. I'd be like, shoot, forget them, player. You Will Smith. Like, you gonna get yours, man. I was defending you. I don't even know you. But I was ready to go to war to talk about Will Smith. I was ready to go to war. You see? Will, you might see this. You might run across it. Or somebody you know might see this and bring it to your attention. Like I said, I'm still a big fan. I'm going to continue to support you. But I'm saying for myself, my brother, this is coming from me. Take a break from anything that's entertaining. Take a break. Go find out who Will Smith is. Because being all these different actors, playing all these different roles, and trying to be a husband, like I said, and a father, you lost who you were as Will Smith. William Smith. You lost yourself. Go find yourself. Take a break from the entertaining and go find Will Smith. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm quite sure we turning the page now. I'm quite sure y'all done seen the live where the little girl killed her cousin and killed herself. First off, how did them children get that gun with a drum on it? 12 years old and 14 years old. Killed this. She killed him, she killed herself. That was her favorite cousin. They was like brother and sister. That's how tight they was. She didn't kill herself because she was scared. She killed herself because she killed the person that she truly loved. Her best friend, her favorite cousin, her cousin/brother. And sitting there watching his brains blew out. That baby rather take her life than put up with going through this media frenzy and probably went to girls' school or something And then the biggest part is not going on with life without her favorite cousin. So she'd rather kill herself than live on because he was gone. Parents, this is what I mean by parents are they children friends, they sisters, or trying to be their auntie, study the mom, or the dad. Y'all trying to be this bond. You can be your mom, you can be your dad, and still discipline your child and still have a bond with your child. Because at the end of the day, when your child get grown, your child gonna understand it, your child gonna appreciate it, your child gonna say, Mom, Dad, if you wasn't hard on me, I don't know where I would be right now. We have to grab hold to these children again. Because our children is losing themselves. Our children think they are the parents. Because these parents nowadays is letting the children talk crazy to them, disrespect them, tell them what they ain't gonna do and how they gonna do it. This is what's going on. How y'all have a party and didn't know where them two children was at? How y'all have a party, whoever house it was, how them children get a gun with a drum on it and walk in the bathroom and that gun wasn't put up? Because parents nowadays ain't paying attention to their children. Hold on. I'm not saying they wasn't. Because it was a party going on. So kids could have been going everywhere. But at the end of the day, how them kids know where that gun was at? Because somebody somebody previously, whoever house it was, a family member, they said that, always had to flash that gun. They had to keep flashing that gun for that child to know where that gun was at. We, as parents, as uncles, as aunties, as grandfathers, grandmothers, the best friend that the kids call auntie, the best friend that the kids call uncle. We have to grab these babies. We have to protect these babies. We have to love these babies. Y'all go to the club with y'all children. Y'all smoke weed with y'all children. Y'all drink with y'all children. Y'all put your hair in a ponytail or something and jump out the car to fight kids with your children. You and your child argue back and forth and cussing at each other like y'all enemies. Y'all do that with y'all children. Where is the respect? Where did the respect go for parents? Huh? Because nowadays, nobody bet not say nothing to that person's child, or it's going to be a problem. We have to stop it. Them ain't the first kids that died playing with a gun. They not. And they not going to be the last to play with a gun and hurt somebody or hurt theyself. Y'all got to stay aware of what y'all children doing, who y'all children hanging around with. I know y'all try to give y'all children some space, but it ain't always good to give them a lot of space. You have to keep a hold on your child. I'm not saying be a slave master or put them on hostage watch. But know who your child hang with. Know where your child is going. Have your child call you when they get there and when they leaving and what street they riding up so you can know the distance. Let them know that. They might be like, oh, mom, oh, dad, come on. But it's for their safety. It's for their own good. Because you know from that point to this point on their way home, what happened. You will have a better understanding if something did happen. Start monitoring y'all children's life. I don't care if they grown. You still be careful, baby. Hey, what club you going to? Oh, what such and such, such? You got your door locked? Hey, your child can be 35, 40. That's still your baby at the end of the day. But we have to take hold of this generation right now. This generation here, they doing drugs like they going to a candy store. They walking around with guns like they in the Wild Wild West. And all these states starting to pass that open carry law to where you ain't got to have a permit. Long as you ain't got a felony, you can carry your gun long as it's showing. They starting a war. These young kids gonna think they wide earth. Come on. Understand it. Understand life. Understand where you came from. And how you don't want your child to be like that. And for the ones that's gangster, that's teaching their kids how to be gangsters, that ain't cute. That ain't funny. Because when your child die, because you teaching them this, how you gonna feel? Because you showed them the ways of the street. You showed them how to sell dope. You showed them how to gangbang. You showed them how to shoot a gun. You showed them how to fight. Nothing wrong with teaching them how to fight because they have to defend themselves. But you ain't got to teach them how to gangbang. You ain't got to teach them how to sell drugs. Come on. That's what my father taught me. At the age of 12, how to sell drugs, how to cook it, how to cut it, what price, what price, you see? And I became good at it. I became vicious. I became dangerous. Because that's how you have to be in the drug game. You had to be this tough killer or you was gonna get swallowed up in the game. Yeah, my father taught me how to do drywall. He taught me how to paint. You know, he taught me how to draw. He taught me how to do wiring. Because he always said, if you don't want to be in the drug game, these is always hustles because people gonna always need something done to their house. So my father taught me that. He taught me an all-around hustle, but I fell in love with the drug game because I'm looking at you 12, 13, you looking at, dang, I just made $500 less than 5 minutes? Compared to me painting this house and only probably got $150? And I was painting that house for 2-3 hours? And I just made 500 in 5 minutes? I said, sure, I know what I'm doing. So I went on into the streets because I was taught that. And the only reason I was taught that, because my father was a dope fiend. And my father felt if he taught me how to sell dope and he hooked me up with a dude that's selling dope, they gonna give me the sack and I'm gonna bring it in the house and he gonna take it. Just like he did. My father used to beat me up and whoop me and take the sack from me. And my mother, a dope fiend, was. She'd been clean for 20, 21, 22 years now. My mother had to come, give up her food stamps. And we didn't have, we didn't have cards. We had the food stamp books with the food stamp money. And give her food stamps up. And get her welfare check up. For that man wouldn't kill her son. So then when she did that, the dude I was selling dope for, he took me up under his wing. He took me up under his wing. Showed me the game, in and out, sideways and front ways. He showed me the game. And I became a monster in the game. He kept me by his side because he knew I knocked something. And I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I didn't do drugs, I didn't do nothing. I stayed sober. I never did none of that. And that's what he loved, because I was always in my right frame of mind and I was always aware of my surroundings. And he'd go sick me on him like a pit bull. And I was young. I was impressionable. And I'd go raw. I'd go quick. Because I didn't want to lose his love. Because I felt he was the closest thing to a father to me. So I did whatever he said. And you know, back in them days, we was young. We didn't go to prison for taking people out. We'd go to boys' school. Your parent would come get us. Well, he came and got me because he acted like he was my father. And that was it. They'll put us on supervised probation. It ain't like now to where you young and they charge you as an adult. But what I'm saying out there, parents, I'm one of the ones that survived, that made it through the tornado from what my father taught me. My father showed me the street game. And the dude that I was selling for made me a master at it. That's why you have to stay in your child life and tell them the right and the wrongs. You don't be on them hard to where you push them away. You don't be on them because of the mistakes you made in your life. You trying to keep that leash on them so they don't make the same mistakes. That'll run them away. You have to know how to communicate with your child to where your child can understand you. And y'all got a bond and a good relationship to where they can come to you and speak about any and everything without hiding something from you, without lying to you. You have to get that understanding. I'm telling y'all that story because I was one of the kids that the parents showed them the game. My mama, she showed me how to talk my way out of stuff. You know, me and my mama sold dope together. Me and my mama had a drug house. We had 3, 4 drug houses. My parents showed me the game. You see? So grab hold of y'all children. Keep y'all guns locked up. Be aware of where your child is at all times. Because we just lost 2 babies yesterday from horsing around for playing. And that's sad. How them two kids' parents feeling right now? That they had to they getting ready to bury their babies. Family members is finna go to the same funeral because they lost two, 12 and 14. Help your children. Understand your children. Fight for your children's safety. Fight to make your child a better man, a better woman, and help them look at a goal, make a goal, so they can be ready for their future. Don't teach them how to be in the game. Don't teach them how to gang bang. If you doing all that out there, keep that away from your child. Don't even let your child see it. Never bring the streets home. Never. You always protect your family from what you're doing out there in the streets. You always protect them. J. Michael Wow.
One more time, cut that. What you say, Bredo?
Valley cooked another one.
I'm the millionaire, yeah, I'm for my people though. Lord kept me on the earth for a reason, bro. Everything that I've been through, it made me strong. If you're feeling down and I just cut me on. I'm for the people that's having them bad days. For the ones that don't know how to pray. Let's call on the Lord, let's all pray. I'm the millionaire, yeah, I'm for my people though. I'm the millionaire, yeah, I'm for my people though. I'm the millionaire, yeah, I'm for my people though. I'm the millionaire, yeah, I'm for my